Good evening, everyone. From College Park, Maryland, this is Michigan Baseball on WCBN. Tonight, it's the Michigan Wolverines versus the Maryland Terps. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for spending part of your Friday night with me. I'm Owen Crain. Clark Elliott stepping into the box now to lead off for the Wolverines. We're getting right into the action here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium here on the University of Maryland campus. First pitch in for ball one. It's a beautiful night tonight here. 72 degrees, clouds in the sky. And a little bit of rain earlier, but none right now. Hoping it holds off for the rest of the game and, in fact, the rest of the weekend. So we could see a little bit more tomorrow. Second pitch fouled off behind the netting. 1-1 outside for ball two. Maryland, a nationally ranked team. Coming in at number 18 nationally. Swing and a miss from Elliott on the 2-1. Even our count out here at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Pitch fouled back over the netting on the left-hand side. Jason Savakul, number 45, on the mound for Maryland. Throwing some heat so far. No mile-per-hour speed here on the scoreboard at Maryland. Now the 2-2 swung on. It was in the dirt. Elliott started to run, but umpire rules the ball was not dropped by the catcher. It's the first out of the game, so a hot start for Jason Savakul of the Terps. Stepping up now for the Wolverines, Joe Stewart, the center fielder, very reliable all year. He's batting .340 on the season. The right-hander will step in. First pitch, in for strike one. Now I'm on my own here today at Maryland. Adam Bressler will be joining me tomorrow and Sunday for the calls, a D.C. native. Second pitch low, but swung on. Bring the count to 0-2. So Stewart steps back in the box, the 0-2 in the dirt in front of the plate. Gets away from the Maryland catcher for a moment, no one on. Ball one. Stewart steps back into the box. Savakul has his pitch. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss from Stewart. He'll strike out. And Savakul's put two away here, so two outs. That's the third baseman. Matt Fry steps up to the plate. Fry, a slightly lower batting average than Stewart and Elliott, with .282 so far this season. A reliable third baseman for the Wolverines. First pitch he sees, he swings. That one's going to get in between the second and shortstop. And he'll have himself a single here in the first. So Fry, the first Wolverine to make it to the base with two outs. And cleanup hitter Jimmy Obertop, the catcher, will step up. The chance to move Fry around the bases. Obertop batting .264 this year. The right-hander will step into the box, take a moment. Savakul has his sign. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right hand. Pads just behind home plate. That one almost hit Tito Flores, who's in the getting his swings in before he steps up to the plate. The on-deck circle. So 0-1 the count. Savakul on the mound, paying no attention to Matt Fry at first. 0-1's in the dirt. Bring the count to 1-1. And Fry not taking much of a lead on first, playing it safe right now with two outs here in the top of the first. So 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. bring us to 1-2. So 1-2 the count. Savakul has his sign. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and Savakul will retire the side. You can hear the PA announcer in the background. That is one hit. One runner stranded for the Wolverines after halfway through the first here from Bob Turtle Smith Stadium in College Park, Maryland. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll be right back.
Doing the pitching this evening for Michigan, number 48, Noah Renard.
Michigan Baseball on WCBN. Noah Renard on the mound today for the Wolverines. Now Renard, a unique starting pitcher today. He's a reliever, often found in the bullpen at the start of the games. You don't often see him here to start on the mound. The Wolverines right now short on pitchers. They went through 8 pitchers against Wright State, 6 pitchers versus Xavier when they played Tuesday. Coming off a 21-9 win on Wright State, that explains why they needed 8 pitchers. And again, 6 versus Xavier, losing 10-3 just the day before. So, turbulent week for the Wolverines, and we're underway here in the bottom of the first. First swing is a hit right to the shortstop, but that'll be a quick out. Shortstop Riley Bertram playing a heavy shift. Makes the easy play for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium in College Park, Maryland. Chris Aline, the center fielder, will step up for the Terrapins. He's batting with a .333 average this season. And he's going to take a big swing at the first pitch he sees. That one will drift foul on the right-hand side. That ball had quite some distance behind it. Now on our statistics sheet here, it says he can bat both. First one I've seen all season. Or excuse me, that is not true. As the Wolverines have listed Bertram and Jake Marty, actually. So first Maryland player I've seen who can bat both. Had to check my stats there. He'll foul 2 off. Count now 1-2. The 1-2 from Renard in the dirt. Even the count out at 2. 1 out here, no one on in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off to the left-hand side behind the bleachers. That one will head back to the road behind the field. For those of you who have never been to Maryland's field here at College Park, it's quite a nice view over the left-hand side. You've got Capital One Field at Maryland Stadium. And out at center left, Maryland's Business School. Down the right-hand side, some more University of Maryland academic facilities. The 3-2 Swung on and missed. Aline was reaching for that one on the off-speed. And Renard will bring us to 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Nick LaRusso, if you could hear the PA announcer from Connecticut. The third baseman comes in with a .327 batting average so far this season. Up to the plate with 2 outs, no one on. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one comes in for strike 1. Will even the count out. Renard, fastball down the middle, bring us to 1-2. Of course, Maryland ranked number 17 nationally right now. Michigan can hold them here to start off the game, a good sign as they continue. Renard performing well as a starter, of course, I mentioned earlier. Normally serves as a reliever for the Wolverines, just short on pitchers at the moment. So 1-2 the count after the most recent pitch was fouled off. And Nick LaRusso crushes the 1-2. That one is deep. It is out of here over center field. Nick LaRusso has himself a bottom of the first solo home run to put the Terrapins on the board. Now, I was just singing Noah Renard's praises, but LaRusso just got a piece of that last pitch. And that one went all the way out over the center field wall. A well-hit pitch. He had Renard's number. So Maryland up 1-0 over the Wolverines. Here in the bottom of the first, 2 outs, no one on. And Matt Shaw, the shortstop, will step up. He's batting .279 this season. The righty lets the first one go by for ball 1. Steps back into the box. No swing. Called strike. Bring us to 1-1 on the count. Renard loads up. Off speed will get Shaw here. Swing and a miss to bring the count to 1-2. Shaw steps back in. He'll let the 1-2 sink to the dirt. Counts 2-2. Renard waiting for his sign. He has it. Winds up, throws. And Shaw gets a piece of this one. That one to right field. That ball is out of here. Back-to-back home runs here at Bob Turtlesmith Stadium. 2 solo shots to center and right. And Maryland leads Michigan 2-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. What a start here we've seen for the Terrapins. And the bench was fired up when LaRusso did it the first time. A little less excitement now here with Matt Shaw. It's like they're getting used to it already. So Troy Scheffler will step into the box, the right fielder. The third righty we've seen. He's batting .344 this season. And if he somehow hits a home run, well, that'll be the most I've seen in an inning. First 2 pitches outside. Our count's 2-0. And finally, Michigan gets out of the inning as Scheffler knocks a line drive to shortstop Riley Bertram, who makes the catch cleanly and retires the side finally for the Wolverines, but not before Renard and the crew give up 2 solo shot home runs to center and right field. Both of those balls just crushed by Matt Shaw and Nick LaRusso, respectively. It's 2-0, Maryland up here after 1 at Bob Turtlesmith Stadium in College Park, Maryland. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll be right back.
At this time, we'd like to say a special thank you to the teams.
Michigan baseball on WCBN. Maryland up 2-0 over the Wolverines after 1. Tito Flores will lead off for Michigan here in the top of the second. First pitch, and Maryland wanted that one. Outside, called ball 1. And Tito Flores, the designated hitter, batting .301 this season. He's got a lot of power behind him and can really knock that ball when he gets a piece of it. Second pitch, called strike 1. Even our count out. Savakul back on the mound for the Terrapins. The 1-1 outside, called ball 2. Flores will take a moment, step out of the box. He'll step back in, tap outside of the plate. Here's the 2-1. Low and outside again. Catcher, Luke Schlager, attempting to frame it. He did a good job there with it. The umps are not falling for it. 3-1 the count. Savakul waiting for his sign. He winds up. Here's the pitch. Swing. Ball's hit. It's a grounder to the second baseman. Easy out made.
Batting 6. Left fielder
Flores is out with a grounder.
Velasquez.
First baseman, Maxwell Costas, dropped it on the transfer but called out, making the clean catch to get Tito Flores and retire him. So 1 out. Joey Velasquez, the left fielder, batting .286 so far this season, will step into the plate. First lefty here in the top of the second. First pitch, off speed and high, called ball 1. So Velasquez steps back into the box. Savakul waiting for his sign here. He has it. Quick windup. The 1-0. Outside again. If you can hear crowd reaction, they are not happy with that call. 2-0 the count now. Velasquez will foul off the 2-0 down the left field side. I mentioned earlier as a power hitter. That one went far. Targeting. No branding on the bus, but a luxury bus parked on the road on the left field side. So here's the 2-1 from Savakul. Fastball in for strike 2. That'll even the count out at 2. No swing there from Velasquez. He'll step back into the box, foul off the quick 2-2. Savakul wastes no time on the mound here. Quick windup the moment he gets his sign. Helps keep Velasquez on his toes. 2-2 the count still. Savakul waiting for his sign. He takes time there. Quick windup. Here's the pitch. Same one as before. Velasquez fouls that one off. But it rolls into fair territory after hitting the plate. So down the third base line, the umpire calling out that it's foul. 2-2 still the count. Velasquez taking his time outside of the box. The lefty will step back in. Savakul has his sign. Here's the pitch. Foul ball to the left field side. Once again. And Velasquez doing a great job seeing that fastball come in. Savakul putting some heat on it. Don't see any mile-per-hour clock here. But Velasquez will finally go down swinging on the 2-2. Can only foul off so many. And Savakul hitting his marks. So that brings us to 2 outs here in the top of the second. And Riley Bertram, the shortstop, will come up. Bertram, marked in the lineup, is able to hit from both sides, will come into the left side of the box. Here's the windup. Savakul throws. Bertram will foul this one off down the right-hand side, just shy of first base. Savakul hitting his marks, hasn't thrown a ball in at least 4 pitches here. 0-1 the count. Savakul deals. Swing and a miss from Bertram to bring us to 0-2. The Jaws theme over the PA here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. Savakul throws on the 0-2. It's low and outside for his first ball in 5 pitches. Bring the count to 1-2. And Bertram stays in the box. He's early on the off speed. Foul that one off to protect. Looks that one might have knocked him in the toe. He'll step out for a moment, limp it off. Takes a moment. He's back in the box now. Savakul returns to the rubber. Waiting for his sign. Takes a deep breath. Still waiting. He has it. Quick windup. Savakul deals. Bertram gets a piece of this one. It's a slow roller to third, but he is not there in time. Nice throw from Nick LaRusso at third. To get the third out of the inning and retire the Wolverines. So after 1.5, Michigan still behind 2-0 to the Maryland Terrapins. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll be right back.
If they drop the balloon on the ground, they have to turn around and start over. Tonight's winner will go home with a sweet Maryland.
Bottom of the second from Bob Turtle Smith Stadium at College Park, Maryland for Michigan baseball here. Maxwell Costas up to the plate, the 6th batter in the lineup for Maryland. 274 in the season. First pitch he saw from Noah Renard, high for ball 1. Now the 1-0 comes in for strike 1. No swing there from Costas. And Costas at first base, of course, dropped a ball earlier on the transfer. Still no errors here. He'll knock a single to third, where Matt Fry is waiting, receives. The throw is in time. So Costas grounds out to third. That'll bring up Bobby Zmarzlak, the left fielder, who's batting .280 so far this season. With the 1 out and no one on here, the bottom of the second inning. First pitch in the dirt and far ahead of the plate from Renard. Bring our count to 1-0. The lights are on here at Maryland Stadium as the sun begins to set over College Park. So the 1-0, a fastball in for strike 1. Zmarzlak steps back into the box, and the 1-1 was a close one, called ball 2 with no swing. Renard winds up, deals. Swing and a miss on the off-speed from Zmarzlak. Even the count out at 2. After shaking off one pitch, Renard gets Zmarzlak on the off-speed here. Swing and a miss. Bring up the DH. Ian Patratz, 8th in the lineup for Maryland. The lefty is .260 so far this season. Now Patratz, an on-base percentage of .415 this season. He has 13 hits, struck out 8 times, has walked 13. He'll knock a roller back to Renard. And Renard's throw in the dirt, unable to be scooped up by Michigan's first baseman, Jake Marty. We'll see if they mark this one as an error or hit.
Smyrna, Delaware. Second baseman number 8, Kevin Keister.
Ian Patratz will make it to first, and they will give him the hit there. Renard's throw likely wouldn't have been in time. That'll bring up the 9th batter in the lineup with 1 man on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd, Kevin Keister. The second baseman has a .328 batting average this season. 44 hits, 34 strikeouts, 7 home runs. First pitch outside for ball 1. Renard on the mound. He'll throw to first. Patratz makes it back with plenty of time. Jake Marty doesn't even attempt to lay the tag. Renard back with the ball now. He'll deal on the 1-0. Off-speed in for strike 1. Bring the count to 1-1. Patratz with the big lead at first. Renard ignoring him. He'll throw. It's outside for ball 2. Renard still looking only at home. The 2-1 single to third. Matt Fry scoops it up easily, makes the throw to Jake Marty at first in no time. And Maryland will strand one here in the bottom of the 2nd. Maryland still up 2-0 over the Michigan Wolverines here from Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. We'll be back on WCBN in just a moment.
Prizes and invited to attend exclusive member events. Sign up today at umterps.com/thepride. Be sure to follow The Pride on Instagram and Twitter at UMD The Pride to keep up with the giveaways and other Maryland athletic events. Batting 8, second baseman number 3, Ted Burton.
Terrapins up 2-0 over the Wolverines at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN. Top of the 3rd inning now. Ted Burton will lead off, the 8th batter in Michigan's lineup for the Wolverines here. .253 batting average so far this season. And he'll watch as the fastball goes by for strike 1. Jason Savakul back on the mound for Maryland. Giving up 1 hit so far. And just hitting his marks while throwing absolute heat. 0-1 in the dirt. Bring us to 1-1. Savakul deals. Burton chases, swinging on the low fastball. 1-2 the count now. This game moving quickly. 7:02 here in 32 minutes of play in the top of the 3rd. The 1-2 in the dirt again. Bring the count to 2-2. And when Savakul's missed, his most frequent spot has been the dirt in front of home plate. He'll hit it here with the fastball, and Ted Burton goes down swinging.
Batting 9, first baseman number 7, Jake
One out, no one on. Jake Marty, the 9th batter in the lineup. The lowest batting average here in the lineup as well with 143. He's in at first base today, a spot where some of you may remember Van Remortel occupied for part of the season. He'll attempt the bunt and start running. He'll miss the first pitch, a fastball, in for strike one. Marty attempting to use his speed here to get a hit. He'll load up for the 0-1. It's outside. Bring the count to 1-1. So Savakul on the mound winds up. The 1-1's high and outside again. Marty batting lefty right now, marked as Michigan's other batter who can swing away from both sides as a switch hitter. Swing and a miss. The 2-1 bring us to 2-2 here. Marty chased the low ball. And through it all, catcher Luke Schlager's done a great job blocking everything coming his way. Marty goes down swinging. For the second out of the inning. PA announcer called the inning over. It's not 2 outs. That'll bring up top of the lineup for the Wolverines, the right fielder, Clark Elliott. 0 for 1 today. Went down to Savakul's heat in the first inning, batting .349 this season. First pitch, off speed and slow. In for strike one with no swing. Savakul on the mound. He's been hitting his targets well so far and keeping the Wolverines off base. Elliott looks to change that here. With 2 outs, no one on in the top of the third. He'll swing and miss on the off speed again. 0-2 the count. Elliott takes a moment, steps back into the box. Savakul takes a deep breath, has his sign, winds up quick. The 0-2 fouled back into the netting behind home plate. A few fans giggling back there. Always a scary moment when you think the ball is coming right at you. Luckily, these nets always hold strong. 0-2 again, and Elliott just gets a piece of that one, but it goes foul on the right field side. I've got a pole in my way for deep right field, but that one had some distance on it. Just pulled far right as he was early on the swing. So Elliott back in the box, 0-2 the count still. And Savakul misses for the first time this at bat. Ball's high and outside. So 1-2, Savakul has his sign, he'll deal. Same spot as last time. High and outside, and when I say outside, I mean far outside. Catcher Schlager had to stand up, move to the left a tad to catch that ball. Even the count out at 2. So Elliott back in the box. 0 for 1 today. Will go down swinging on the ball in the dirt. And that will retire the side for the Wolverines. So we head to the bottom of the third here in College Park, Maryland. That's 7 strikeouts in the first 10 batters Savakul saw. And, you know, it doesn't get better than that. Savakul throwing heat today, hitting his marks, and retiring the side the past 3 innings without issue. Again, 7 strikeouts in his first 10 batters he's seen. It's part of the reason we are moving so fast here in College Park. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll be right back. Michigan baseball on WCBN. The Terps up 2-0 over the Wolverines here in the bottom of the third. Luke Schliger will lead off for the Terrapins here. The catcher takes the first one, brings the count to 1-0. He's batting .340 so far this season. 0-1 today. But this season, 64 hits in 188 at-bats, 41 walks, 30 strikeouts. So Schliger will swing and foul back the 2-0 to bring the count to 2-1. Renard deals. It's high and outside to bring the count to 3-1. So Renard had himself a hot start, finds himself in a jam here. Fastball down the middle, fouled back. That one just barely makes it out of the ballpark. Brings the count to 3-2. So Luke Schliger will step back into the box. Renard has his sign. Here's the 3-2. It's a roller down to first base. Easily scooped up by Jake Marty, but he has to dive to first to get there in time. So what is a routine grounder was so slow, Marty, under a time pressure, had to dive to first to make the out. He makes it in time. That'll bring up Chris Aline, the center fielder, batting second in the lineup. He's also 0 for 1 today, batting .355 so far this season. Struck out in his first at-bat in the bottom of the first inning. And that first pitch in for strike one from Renard. Renard's second pitch, line drive, out into right field. Chris Elliott makes the catch with ease. So 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the third. Nick LaRusso will step up for the Wolverines, but we've got a coach coming out to the mound here to talk with Noah Renard. Jimmy Obertop will walk up too. In fact, they'll bring the whole infield in. Bullpen watch, we do have a new pitcher coming in. It's O'Halloran for the Wolverines. So O'Halloran, if you listen to the game early in March against Dayton, had himself a day there. So Noah Renard will leave after giving up 3 hits and 2 runs. Those 2 runs off of 2 solo home runs crushed here in the bottom of the first inning. So Renard out for the rest of the game. Connor O'Halloran, Michigan's top starter, will come in now for the Wolverines.
Connor O'Halloran.
O'Halloran comes in the bottom of the third with 2 outs, no one on base, looking to hold the Terrapins to 2. Give the Wolverines a chance to tie this game up in the top of the fourth. O'Halloran warming himself up. We'll be right back when the action begins. This is Michigan Baseball on WCBN. So LaRusso, the first pitcher or batter rather, O'Halloran. We'll see here. The bottom of the third. First pitch with some heat behind it. In for strike one, no swing. Of course, LaRusso, one of two batters who absolutely crushed those balls last time. The Wolverines will pull Renard before he can see LaRusso again. LaRusso crushing that ball out of here. Direct center. Then after him, Shaw knocking one out at center right. O'Halloran will retire him in three. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. So O'Halloran gets the job done for the Wolverines quickly as we head into the top of the fourth. Michigan, nothing. Maryland, 2. We'll be right back with more coverage here on WCBN.
To receive alerts on
Top of the fourth from Bob Turtle Smith Stadium in College Park, Maryland. Joe Stewart leading off this inning for the Wolverines. He'll attempt the bunt on the first pitch from Jason Savakul. It's fouled back on the left-hand side. Bring the count to 0-1. Now Stewart struck out in his first plate appearance here. So far this season, however, 68 hits and 201 at-bats for a .338 batting average. Now, chop one to the third baseman on the 0-1. Quick, easy out made at third base for Maryland. Nick LaRusso crushed one of those home runs earlier, struck out quickly to O'Halloran to end the bottom of the third, however. And he'll grab that chopper. Quick throw, quick out to bring us to 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Matt Fry batting third in the Wolverines lineup. And the Wolverines' only hit so far today will step up to the plate here. Top of the fourth with no one on and 1 out. Swing at the first pitch he sees. It's a grounder to shortstop. Matt Shaw makes the quick out. So that brings us to 2 outs. Just 3 pitches here.
catcher Jimmy Obertop.
Jimmy Obertop, the cleanup batter for the Wolverines, will step up to the plate. 2 outs and no one on now. Obertop 0 for 1 today, striking out in his first plate appearance. We'll have a lot more of those as Savakul has struck out 7 of 12 now. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Second pitch, just in the dirt in front of the plate. Even us out at 1. So 1-1. Low in the dirt again. 2-1 the count now. Savakul on the mound. Takes a moment and a deep breath. He'll wind up and deal. Same location as the past 2 pitches, bringing the count to 3-1. And that may be the first time he's thrown 3 balls in a row so far this game. So Obertop back in the box. Check swing. Did he go? He did. Bring us to a full count here. The top of the 4th. Obertop batting .263 so far this season. With a full count. He'll check swing. He did not go and called ball 4. So Obertop will walk on down to first base. The Wolverines have their first runner on base. It's the 2nd inning when Matt Fry got himself a hit. So bring a power hitter, Tito Flores, who with a home run has a chance to tie up the game here. Batting .299 on the season. Yeah, 10 home runs together this season. First pitch, low and outside. Savakul dealing only with his 2nd base runner so far this game. And Obertop not taking himself too much of a lead. Savakul paying no attention to first base. He'll throw. Fastball right down the middle with no swing, called strike 1. And Savakul takes a moment. He looks quickly to first, but then regains focus on home. Quick windup. He deals. Outside, called ball 2. Jason Savakul looking slightly flustered at the moment. Shake off the first sign he gets. Quickly look to first, where Obertop doesn't have him much of a lead. And the 2-1, a fastball. Swing and a miss from Flores. Even us out here in the count at 2. So Tito Flores has to protect. Work to not leave. Obertop stranded at first. The Wolverines have not had many runners today, only 2. Need to value every one. Flores swings at the 2-2. It's a chopper. Quick play made by Savakul, who scoops it up, or rather just grabs it. That one bounced off home, about 20 feet in the air. Savakul grabs it quick, makes the throw to retire the side. The Wolverines leave one stranded in the top of the 4th. This is Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll be right back.
So get up and dance. Cheer dancing's over.
Maryland up 2-0 over the Wolverines today as we enter the bottom of the 4th at Bob Turtlesmith Stadium in College Park, Maryland. Those who have just recently joined us here on the broadcast, I'm Owen Crain. Adam Bressler will be joining for tomorrow in Sunday's game. Matt Shaw batting after Nick LaRusso. Shaw also with a home run in his first at-bat and a .283 batting average so far this season. Will lead off here, the bottom of the 4th for the Terrapins. First pitch, ball 1. The second pitch, same spot, called for ball 2. Connor O'Halloran, one of Michigan's top starters, on the mound here. Came in with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Took care of business with Nick LaRusso in 1-2-3 pitches. The 2-0s in the dirt to bring us to a 3-0 count. So O'Halloran, his fourth pitch, outside, called ball 4. That's 4 balls in a row for Connor O'Halloran. Matt Shaw will take his spot on first base. And Troy Scheffler, the right fielder and righty batter, will step into the box. He's 0 for 1 today. A ground out earlier in the game. Scheffler's first pitch. First pitch he sees outside. The righty will step out to the box and look to the dugout for quite some time, waiting for a sign. It's back in the box. O'Halloran deals. Looks like that sign was to bunt, as Scheffler showed bunt but pulled it back quickly when he saw the pitch was not a strike. Called ball 2. O'Halloran's 6th ball in a row. So 2-0 the count. Jimmy Obertop will take a quick walk to the mound. Check up on Connor O'Halloran for a moment. The ump not letting that talk go quick as he's out there right now, getting us back to play. And a decent crowd tonight here in College Park. Nice sunset over the left side of the grandstand. Play resumes. Here's the 2-0. That one will get away from Jimmy Obertop toward the backstop, allowing for Matt Shaw, who walked to first, to take second. It also will bring the count to 3-0. O'Halloran unable to control his pitches at the moment, with 7 balls in a row. Scheffler back in the box now. Loaded up. O'Halloran has his sign. He'll show bunt, but pull it back quickly as the ball is low and outside. And Scheffler will walk to first with Matt Shaw on second. So 2 on, no outs. This will bring out the Wolverines pitching coach. He's going to have a conversation with Connor O'Halloran. O'Halloran struck out Nick LaRusso in 3 pitches in the bottom of the third. Hasn't thrown a strike. 8 balls here in the bottom of the fourth. So the infield will come in for the Wolverines. The Michigan pitching coach talking with the umpires, looking to wrap this meeting on the mound up. It looks like the Wolverines will stick with Connor O'Halloran, buy him some time to reset there. Jimmy Obertop will return back to the plate. Maxwell Costas will step up for the Terrapins. Costas, the ground out earlier on in the game. Batting .273 so far this season. The righty will step into the box. O'Halloran, with 2 on, will quickly look to second. Focusing, however, on the plate. He'll deal. Costas shows bunt but pulls it back. The ball is inside. Counts 1-0. O'Halloran back on the rubber, waiting for his sign. He has it. He looks to second where Matt Shaw's waiting. He'll deal. It's low again. Costas shows bunt quickly but pulls it back in time. Counts 2-0. So Connor O'Halloran, 10 balls in a row for the Michigan pitcher. Maxwell Costas back at the plate. He'll lay the bunt this time, and the Wolverines will get the quick out at first. Connor O'Halloran running from the mound to just a few feet in front of the home plate to field the ball, make the easy out. However, the bunt from Maxwell Costas does as intended. Moves Matt Shaw to third and Troy Scheffler to second. So 1 out, 2 on. Bobby Zmarzlak will step up to the plate for the Terrapins, the left fielder. Like the 2 batters before him, coming up 0 for 1, he struck out earlier on in the game, and he's batting .278 on the season. O'Halloran with his first strike of the inning. Thrown 11 pitches, 10 balls, 1 strike. First pitch, and for ball 1. So make that 12 balls and 13 pitches. The 1-0 single in between the short and second baseman. That will drive in 2 as Matt Shaw makes it home with ease. And Troy Scheffler rounds third and makes it home in plenty of time. The Wolverines don't even attempt to throw home. Bobby Zmarzlak has him a 2 RBI single. Bring the score here from Bob Turtlesmith Stadium to Maryland 4, Michigan 0. Connor O'Halloran now with runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to Maryland's 8th batter, who gets a piece of the first pitch he sees. That ball back to the track. It's going to drop and hit the wall. Bobby Zmarzlak rounding third. He's going home. Is the throw in time? It's not. The Terrapins make it 3 this inning for 5 on the Wolverines. Ian Patratz, the designated hitter and 8th batter in Maryland's lineup, with himself an RBI double. So the Terrapins with 5 hits to Michigan's 1 and 5 runs to Michigan's 0. So Connor O'Halloran, runner on second, 1 out. Fastball's outside for ball 1 to Kevin Keister, the 9th batter in Maryland's rotation, second baseman. Earlier on in the game, he grounded out. So 0 for 1 today. He'll foul back the 1-0 into the netting. One count. The pitch. Called strike 2. That ball might have been a little high. But the Wolverines will take whatever they can get right now. So 1-2. The count. Keister with a runner on second. And 2 strikes must protect. He's back in the box. O'Halloran's 1-2 is in the dirt. Good stop by Jimmy Obertop behind the plate to hold Ian Patratz at second. Patratz has himself a lead. O'Halloran focusing on home. And Keister gets a piece of the 2-2. That ball, center left at the track, is out of here. Just about clearing the wall by just about a foot. A 2-run home run for Kevin Keister. Just over the Under Armour advertisement in center left. We'll knock in another 2 for the Terrapins. That's 5 runs this inning. 7-0. Maryland leads Michigan now in the bottom of the 4th with just 1 out. Excited crowd here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. It's top of the lineup, Luke Schliger. Returns to the batter's box. First pitch he sees, no swing down the middle, called strike one. Fastball again, high for ball one. So O'Halloran with one out and no one on, looking to get out of this 5-run bottom of the 4th inning. O'Halloran with a high 2-1, bring us to 3-1. Only one out. Connor O'Halloran struggling to hit his marks today. We'll see if he can get out of this inning or if the Wolverines will pull him first. Luke Schliger fouls one off down the right field line, a grounder. Bring us to a full count. So 3-2. O'Halloran will get Luke Schliger with his fastball. Schliger goes down swinging. That's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 4th. Chris Aline step up to the plate as O'Halloran looks to finally end the inning here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. You're not going to get any power layup from the right side. These are more than enough from that side as well. The 0-1. Low for ball one. O'Halloran has his sign. He'll deal. Here's the 1-1. That one a little high, called strike 2. So 1-2. Wolverines desperately looking to end this inning and reset. And Chris Aline goes down swinging. So the Wolverines finally exit the inning, but not before the Terrapins put 5 on the board to make it 7-0 over the Michigan Wolverines. This is WCBN. We'll be right back for the top of the 5th.
$4 each and participate in left fielder Joey Velasquez.
Maryland up 7 over the Wolverines here in College Park. This is Michigan Baseball on WCBN, and Joey Velasquez will lead us off here in the top of the 5th. First pitch, strike 1. Jason Savakul still on the mound, hitting all his marks so far for the Terrapins. The 0-1, high and outside to even us out in the count. Now, the Wolverines did beat Maryland in the Keith LeClaire Classic back on March 4th, a score of 7-4. Not so much luck so far today. Velasquez with a chopper to second baseman Kevin Keister. Keister scoops this one up and makes the throw in time, although it's close at first.
Shortstop.
They'll get him. Velasquez retired for the first out here. Riley Bertram, the shortstop, batting .266 on the season with a grounder out earlier on in the game. Will step up, 7th in the Michigan rotation. First pitch he sees is fastball outside. No swing, called ball 1. The 1-0 from Jason Savakul popped up. That one into center field. Tracking it and barely moving for it is Chris Aline, and he's under it with no issue. Now,
Second baseman, Ted Burton.
Bertram, Riley Bertram straightens that one out. He has himself a homer. Just a little too under that ball. If he can put that power behind him, straighten that ball out, he'll have himself a homer, even over the center field wall here at the Maryland Stadium. Ted Burton due up for the Wolverines. He's taking a moment, heads back to the bullpen, seems to need something for his bat. 2 outs, no one on. The umpire will walk over. Home plate umpire donning a light blue shirt, Big Ten cap, while our 3 field umpires don the black shirt as well as the Big Ten hat. Michigan in their away blues today with Maryland, the home whites. Ted Burton in the box now. First pitch he sees. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. No swing. Burton takes a moment. He's back in the box. Another fastball, this time low for ball 1. Now Burton will take time out for a moment. He's back in. Savakul has his sign. The 1-1's high and outside. Bring us to 2-1. So Burton looking to get the Wolverines' second hit of the game. First in a few innings. And my excitement there. Foul ball down the right field side. Just strays. A little too far right. Put some power behind that one. That'll even the count out at 2. So 2-2, no one on and 2 outs. Ted Burton, he lets the 2-2 go by, and it's just outside. If you can hear oohs and ahs of the crowd, it was a close one. That'll bring us to a full count here. Jason Savakul shakes off his first sign. He has it. Quick windup, the 3-2. It's a grounder hit right back to Savakul. That one looks like it might have gotten him in the leg, but he recovers quickly, makes the throw, and retires the Wolverines side. So after 4.5, Maryland still up 7-0 over Michigan. We'll be right back here on WCBN.
Planet Fitness and Under Armour.
Bottom 5 from College Park, Maryland. Michigan baseball on WCBN. Maryland up 7-0 over the Michigan Wolverines. Nick LaRusso leading off here for the Terrapins. The third baseman 1 for 2 today. Crushed a ball in the first inning over the center field wall. Out his second plate appearance in a 1-2-3 strikeout for Connor O'Halloran, who is back on the mound for the Wolverines. 2 fouls brings the count to 0-2. O'Halloran winds up, deals, and Nick LaRusso got a piece of this one. It's to center field, not back at the track, and center fielder Joe Stewart will make the catch and the out.
Shortstop.
Wolverine faithful that have traveled down to Maryland for the game will breathe a collective sigh of relief as that ball, which off the bat of home run hitter Nick LaRusso, is caught for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Matt Shaw, LaRusso's counterpart, who knocked one out of center right, steps up to bat. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Here's the 0-1. Outside for ball 1. Shaw walked in his last plate appearance. Saw 4 straight balls from O'Halloran. Now, the count 1-1. And pitch outside to bring us to 2-1. Sun setting over Capital One Field. Over the left field side. Quite the sight here at Maryland's baseball complex. The 2-1 fouled back into the netting. Brings us to 2-2. The Capital One Field, not as much seating as the big house, but on the left side, luxury boxes and press boxes, semi-reminiscent of the big house's luxury boxes, just not on both sides here. Matt Shaw goes down swinging as O'Halloran's fastball will get him. Bring us to 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Troy Scheffler steps up to bat. He'll get a piece of the first ball he sees. Running after it and getting it is center fielder Joe Stewart back at the track. He'll leap for it and make the out to retire the Terrapin side. That's a quick 1-2-3 inning to bring us to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back with more Michigan baseball right here on WCBN. Top of the 6th here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. Michigan baseball on WCBN. Jake Marty will lead us off here for the Wolverines. Michigan down 7. With only 1 hit, no runs against the Maryland Terrapins. Jake Marty 0 for 1 today. Struck out in his first appearance in the top of the 3rd inning. And a 136 batting average, the worst of the Michigan lineup. Jason Savakul back on the mound for the Terrapins. He's had himself a game so far. First pitch, fastball right down the middle, swing and a miss. strike one. Savakul waiting for his sign, shakes off 2. Finally has it. Quick windup. He'll deal. The 0-1's in the dirt. So count even at 1. Pitch is outside. A few fans want that one called a strike. Hard to tell from our vantage point. The press box here at Bob Turtlesmith Stadium. On the first base line. 2-1. And Marty's got a piece of this one. Back to the track. Over the wall. It's gone. The Wolverines get themselves off on the board. As Jake Marty knocks one over the center field wall to make it a 7-1 game. Hopefully starting Michigan's momentum here in the top of the 6th. You can hear some Wolverine faithful in the crowd. Our devoted fans traveling with the team. So Michigan, with 1 run, will bring up Clark Elliott, a leadoff batter here for the Wolverines. Elliott 0 for 2 today with a .348 batting average this season. First pitch he sees from Savakul, high, off speed. Savakul trades out the ball for a new one. Here's the 1-0. It's outside again. Bring us to 2-0. He'll take a moment. Look towards the left field wall. See resets. Here's the 2-0. Savakul will get this one. No swing from Clark Elliott, as it's a little outside. 2-1 the count. Elliott swings on the 2-1. This one, it's going to drop in center right. So Elliott gets on first. He's got himself a single. That line drive. Falling in no man's land in between the center and right fielder. This will bring up Joe Stewart. Now, Joe Stewart, and he may have a record for this. If anyone was on the listening to the game against Ohio State a few weeks back, he had himself 11 RBIs, 2 grand slams, and 1 home run in one single game. 11 RBIs, of course, what some players can only dream of in a season. So Stewart will step up to the plate. Savakul, distracted by Elliott on first, will throw. Elliott back in plenty of time. Takes his lead back out. Savakul looks to first. He has his sign. He'll deal. First pitch to Joe Stewart, a fastball in for strike 1. No swing. Now Stewart, of course, owner of that 11 RBI game. Today, however, struck out in the first inning, ground out in the 4th. Savakul to throw to first again. Elliott, once again, back in plenty of time. And Savakul, without throwing a pitch, will throw to first once more. Now Elliott's going to walk this one off for a moment. Took a timeout for a second. Have a quick word with the first baseman. Seemed to nod and smile. And Elliott looking to distract Jason Savakul. So Michigan now with 3 hits. Of course, after 2 here. Swing and a miss from Joe Stewart. Bring the count to 0-2 off of Savakul's first pitch in a few minutes. Before dealing, Savakul will throw to first again. First baseman Maxwell Costas doesn't even attempt to lay the bag. Elliott's back in plenty of time, and he'll creep back out once more. Here's the 0-2. It's low and outside. Ball 1. So 1-2 the count. Savakul looks to first. He'll deal. The 1-2, a grounder. Hit to the shortstop. The Terrapins unable to turn two. But shortstop Matt Shaw will scoop that one up and throw out Clark Elliott as he runs to second. So a fielder's choice there for Joe Stewart. Bring him to 0-3 today. Matt Fry will step up to plate for the Wolverines. Michigan coach looking to speak with an umpire. Second base out. Excuse me. Will step up to speak with the Michigan coach. At second base is Wilson Renard. Today, behind home plate, Brian DeBrauer. At first, James Albert. Second, Wilson Renard. And at third base today is Michael Sadowski. Now the Michigan coach doesn't seem quite satisfied with whatever he was discussing with the umpire, likely the out there at second. So one out, Joe Stewart on first. It's Matt Fry at the plate, batting third in the lineup for the Wolverines. He's 1 for 2 today. With that hit, the second inning for Michigan, batting .284 on the season. And Jason Savakul not too cool with the fact that a runner is on first. He throws twice, with Stewart taking a nice lead. Still no pitches to Fry. Still won't be, as he'll throw to first again. His third throw before throwing a pitch. And Stewart sliding back into first with speed. Half the time, first baseman Maxwell Costas isn't even attempting to lay the tag. Matt Fry will see his first pitch. It's a fastball, low, called ball one. So up 1-0 in the count. Savakul has his sign. He'll deal. It's off speed and inside. Bring the count to 2-0. Fry at the plate. Stewart with a nice lead at first. Plenty of room to get back if he needs. No need. Quick grounder from Fry, and he'll make it on base in time. That grounder flying to second baseman Kevin Keister, who dives for it. It was a fantastic dive, and props to him for the play, but the throw not in time as Keister dove to the left-hand side of the field away from first base. Not in time to get Stewart out at second. And the throw late. So Matt Fry with his second hit of the game. Wolverines now with 4 hits. And with 1 out, runners on first and second for the first time so far this game. So a little bit of excitement in the Wolverine dugout as Stewart is going to steal third. The throw not in time. Wolverine fans excited here, and the umpire calls him safe. Terrapins coach not happy with the call. He'll walk out to speak with third base umpire Michael Sadowski. This will position the Wolverines well with runners on first and third. Joe Stewart, a stocky guy, quite tall. Graduate student who transferred here from Michigan State after completing his 4 years there. I should note he put on a show against his alma mater. And of course, the next series against Ohio State, with 1 game with 2 grand slams and a home run for 11 RBIs. So Stewart on third, Fry on first. It's Jimmy Obertop, the catcher, up to bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Also received a walk. Batting .263 on the season. Counts 1-1. Obertop steps back into the box. Jason Savakul focused solely on the plate. He'll deal. Here's the 1-1. Fastball just outside. Missing for ball 2. That'll bring the count to 2-1. No movement on first from Matt Fry with second open. Wolverines seemingly not wanting to risk it, still down 6. Savakul's 2-1 is in the dirt and outside. Brings us to 3-1 here. The Wolverine faithful and the Wolverine dugout showing its first signs of life so far today. The 3-1 fastball down the middle, swing and a miss from Obertop. Obertop in the cleanup position with a full count. Looking to drive in. Stewart from third and maybe even Fry from first. Wolverines, however, of course, will take a walk with Tito Flores and his powerful bat up. The 3-2 fastball high. And I'll tell you, in the press box right now, we're looking at each other. That one was a close one. Called ball 4. And the Wolverines are in the best position they've seen all game. Jason Savakul with the bases loaded. And Tito Flores, the designated hitter, up to bat. Flores batting .298 so far this season. In 178 at-bats. He's got 53 hits and 10 home runs. And under feeling the pressure, the Terrapins will bring the infield in. Pitching coach will come out. Looks like they're going to discuss strategy here. No changes to Savakul's position on the mound. Although we do have some action in the Terrapin bullpen. So Terrapin seemingly buying time here. They'll stick with Jason Savakul. Looks to get out of this jam. 1 out, bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th. Tito Flores waiting at the plate. The righty is 0 for 2 today, but again, a power hitter and batting just under 300 so far this season. He'll stretch a moment. Some cheers from the Wolverine faithful in the crowd will step into the box. Savakul focused solely on the plate. Winds up quickly. The off speed is high for ball 1. So 1-0. Savakul fakes the throw to third, where Stewart has a slight lead. Of course, third baseman Nick LaRusso is at least 15 feet away from third right now. Moves Stewart a few feet back to third, however. Here's the 1-0. It's a grounder. Can the Terrapins turn 2? They do, and they get out of the jam. Tito Flores grounds out to second baseman Kevin Keister, and the Wolverines are unable to convert on the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th, of course.
In one of the closest votes we have this year, Hey Soul Sister by Train. Be sure to follow the Terps on Facebook and Twitter at Terps Baseball.
So the Wolverines can't convert in the top of the 6th. And they'll leave the inning with 1 run off the solo home run earlier. Michigan down 7-1 to the Terrapins after 5.5. This is Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 7th in College Park, Maryland at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. Michigan down 7-1 to the Maryland Terrapins. They're in game 1 of their series with Maryland. It's Maxwell Costas up to bat. Fouling one off. That will bounce off the top of the dugout and caught by a fan who receives a nice round of applause from the crowd here in the grandstand behind home plate. 1-1 the count after that foul ball. Anyone in the area, I'd encourage you to come out for tomorrow and Sunday's game. Maryland has themselves quite the facility here. Nice rounded backstop. Emblematic of stadiums of a bygone era. 2-1 popped up. It's a moonshot from Costas. It's going to drift foul. Excuse me, it lands fair. Costas had stopped halfway on the first base line, expecting that ball to drift foul. However, it lands fair. And if Costas had run the full way, he may have been able to get 2.
Left fielder Bobby Smarsline.
I apologize for the missed call there. I lose sight of the field. And, of course, with Costas stopping, I just assumed it had drifted foul. Of course, lands fair. Costas has himself a single here to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Bobby Zamalzak, up to bat now. Attempts a bunt, fouls it off. The first pitch he sees. Fastball from Connor O'Halloran, still on the mound for the Wolverines. Came in late in the 3rd to replace Noah Renard, who only went through the Terrapins lineup once. O'Halloran's second pitch of the at-bat outside for ball 1. Obertop will walk out to the mound to have a quick conversation with Connor O'Halloran. This at-bat, of course, comes, or this mound visit, of course, comes mid-at-bat. 1-1 the count for Bobby Zamalzak. No outs, runner on first. That runner, Maxwell Costas. O'Halloran back on the mound. He'll wind up. He deals. It's low. In for ball 2. Two on the count. O'Halloran. That one looked low and outside again. With some clever framing from Jimmy Obertop, however, called strike 2. Can hear one fan unhappy with the call. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Bobby Zamalzak goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. This will bring up Ian Patratz. The lefty is 2 for 2 so far today. Safe earlier on a bunt. Right back to the pitcher, and then with an RBI double. Hit out to left field. Patratz fouls back. The first pitch he sees into the netting. O'Halloran back on the mound, looks to first. He has his sign. The 0-1 fastball in for strike 2. So 0-2 count. Patratz with 1 out. And Costas on first. Gets a piece of this one. Diving forward is second baseman, Ted Burton. And he'll make the out in time. What a dive
Second baseman
from Burton.
Kevin
Burton even lost his hat there on the transfer. So Ian Patratz moves Costas to second in the fielder's choice. And Kevin Keister, the second baseman, ninth batter in the lineup, steps up to the plate with 2 outs. He'll pop up the first pitch he sees. Coming in for it is Clark Elliott. He's under it. And the Wolverines exit the inning unscathed. Still down 6 to the Maryland Terrapins. We'll head into the top of the 7th. Wolverines with 3 more chances to tie this game up. They left 3 stranded last inning. Joey Velasquez due up in the top of the 7th for the Wolverines. We'll be right back. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN. Top of the 7th, Michigan Baseball on WCBN. The Wolverines down 6, 7-1 here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium to the Maryland Terrapins. And the Terrapins will change up their pitching as Joey Velasquez leads off the inning with a double right down the first base line. First pitch he sees, he knocks just in between the first baseman and first base. He'll make it to second as Riley Bertram, the shortstop, will come up to bat.
Shortstop, Riley
Sean Heen on the mound now for the Terrapins. Jason Savakul retired after 6. Gave up 4 hits and 1 run. Quite a day from him, of course. Bases were loaded there, but he got himself out of a jam in the top of the 6th inning. Had himself quite the day, throwing quite a lot of heat and hitting his marks. So Sean Heen with big shoes to fill. First pitch to Riley Bertram, in for ball 1. So no outs. Joey Velasquez on second base. Hine looks back to second. He'll deal. Pitches in for strike 1. Hine looks back to second again, where Bertram has himself a lead. The 1-1 is high, brings us to 2-1. Now Velasquez taking a lead on second. Not giving himself too much room, however. The Wolverines need every base runner they can. And Hine just looks back. He'll throw. Outside again. Brings us to a 3-1 count. So 3-1, Hine waiting for his sign. Takes much more time in the windup than we saw from Jason Savakul. He'll deal, and it's low. He'll walk Bertram, bring up Ted Burton. So catcher, Luke Schlegel, will walk out to the rubber to deliver the ball. Have a quick chat with Sean Hine, who, after giving up a double to Joey Velasquez, walks Riley Bertram in 5 pitches. Home plate umpire, not letting these mound meetings go long. It's Brian DeBrar. Come out and break it up. Ted Burton steps in, to the box on the right-hand side. 0 for 2 today, and batting with a .250 average so far this season. First pitch, high, in for ball 1. So Sean Hine missing the box so far, unable to paint the corners he's looking for. The first pitch in the off-speed, at least a foot above the box. The 1-0, this time outside. That one about, at least judging by how far catcher Schlegel moved, is at least about a foot outside of the box. So 2-0 the count now. He's thrown at least 4, maybe 5 balls in a row. Hine takes his time on the mound, looks back to second. He'll throw. The 2-0, it's high and inside. Burton shifting his head back a tad. So 3-0 count. Hine in a bit of a jam here. Looks back to second for a moment. He'll throw. This one gets away from Schlegel. Makes it to the backstop. Doesn't matter either way. It's a walk for Ted Burton. And the bases are loaded here with no outs in the top of the 7th. Could this be the inning that Michigan's bats finally come alive? Maryland coach will come out. He signals to the bullpen. Looks like they'll change things up quickly here. So Sean Hine gives up a hit to Joey Velasquez, walks Riley Bertram and Ted Burton, and that will be the end of his day. No outs, with 3 runners to account for on base. So a little bit of an excitement here in the grandstand among the Wolverine faithful. Michigan, with the bases loaded once more. Of course, they did it with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Unable to score on that opportunity. They did get a run earlier in the inning off a solo shot to center left.
Now pitching for the Terrapins, a graduate student from Hewlett, New York, number 31, Nick Robinson.
In case you couldn't hear the PA, Nick Robinson enters the game for the Terrapins. And he's got a large task ahead of him. 3 runners on, bases loaded, of course. No outs here in the top of the 7th. Wolverines with their best chance yet to put some on the board and close the 6-run deficit. Now, those 7 runs, Maryland accumulated with 2 in the first inning, those 2 solo home runs out to center field, and then 5 in the bottom of the 4th. That big inning against Connor O'Halloran. O'Halloran, of course, able to refocus The Terps haven't been on the board since. Sun is setting here in College Park. Sky's a nice shade of yellow, of course, quite cloudy as we did have a few rain scares earlier today. Just a few drizzles. I was in D.C. Looks like the real threat may be tomorrow and Sunday, but still, only about a 60% chance of rain. So we do expect to be on the air at 2 p.m. tomorrow and 1 p.m. Sunday. Adam Bressler will be joining me for those calls. And frankly, this has just been a beautiful night for baseball. And a great situation here for the Wolverines. Ninth batter in the rotation, Jake Marty, steps up to bat with the bases loaded and no outs. Robinson on the rubber. He looks to second. He'll deal. First pitch, high and outside for ball one. One 0 the count. Robinson's second pitch, fastball with a lot of heat behind it, in for strike one. No swing there from Jake Marty. Marty's 1 for 2 today, batting 174 in the season. He struck out in the third, knocked that home run out of here in the sixth for the one Michigan run, and he'll get a piece of the 1-1. A fly out, looking to get an RBI on the fly out. The Wolverines will. Scoring for the Wolverines.
Right fielder, Clark Elliott.
Is Joey Velasquez. This will bring up, with runners on first and second, Clark Elliott, the top of the lineup. So the Wolverines cut the deficit to 5. And with only 1 out and 2 on, still have a chance to do some damage here in the top of the 7th. Elliott, the lefty, steps into the box. And Robinson looks to second, has his sign. He'll throw. It's high and outside.
Sometimes if you lose in your opening round of your regional, you got to depend on these guys to go to innings at times. Sometimes you can't have
1-0 the count. Robinson taking his time on the mound. He deals. It's high and outside again. 2-0. Now 2 balls in a row. Sitting next to me is my friend Jake Singer. Many of you know him as a WCBN broadcaster. He also is a writer for the Michigan Daily. Now, the Daily, of course, I'd call it personally the finest sports section in the country. They're known for, at least on their beat sports, getting an article out at the very end of a game. Robinson's third pitch, called ball 3, so 3-0 the count. Now Jake, he's writing his article right now. They start, and of course he's going with, at the moment, a Maryland win. We'll see if the Wolverines can give him some extra work here in the 9th inning. So Jake has to redo his article for the Daily. Robinson will walk Clark Elliott to reload the bases for the Wolverines with just 1 out, bringing up Joe Stewart, who's 0 for 3 today and due for a hit. Lights are on tonight at Capital One Field. Not sure what they've got going on there, but commencement may be this weekend, so they may be setting up. Robinson on the mound. First pitch to Stewart. Fastball down the middle, no swing. Called strike 1. This is the most energized I've seen the Michigan faithful so far today. Of course, Terrapin fans on their toes right now. The 0-1 high. A few oohs and ahs there from Maryland faithful. They thought that one was a strike from my vantage point. Clearly a ball. Brings the count to 1-1. Stewart, a dangerous hitter with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-1. Big swing. He'll foul this one off down the left field side. So grounder bounces off the wall of the Terrapin dugout. So down in the count, Stewart has to protect with bases loaded and 1 out. Robinson taking his time on the rubber. He's waiting for his sign. Meanwhile, the Wolverines on base all have a decent lead. Robinson paying them no attention. He loads. Here's the pitch. Stewart's going to drive this one into center field. It gets down. That'll drive in 1, 2. Michigan runs. The throw is not in time. And Ted Burton and Riley Bertram score for the Wolverines, closing the deficit to 3. Michigan now down 7-4 to Maryland. With only 1 out and runners on first and second, that's a 2 RBI single for Joe Stewart. Matt Fry, the third baseman, 2 for 3 today. An infield grounder. Actually, 2 infield grounders. Both singles. Got him on base so far, and then a ground out. Fry's first pitch called strike 1. So Robinson looking to get himself out of this jam. The Wolverines scoring 3 this inning and closing their deficit to 3. Robinson looks to second. He has the sign. He'll throw. Fry got a piece of this one. The center fielder's back at the track. That ball is out of here! Matt Fry ties the game. And Jake next to me, a shocked look on his face. Oh, throw that article out, Jake. Matt Fry ties this one up. And we are locked at 7. In the top of the 7th here, the Wolverines putting 6 on the board this inning to even this game out against Maryland. And with still more to come, the Wolverines have an opportunity to take the lead. So Michigan ties it up at 7 here in the top of the 7th. What a run they've gone on this inning. Maryland's pitching coach will come out. Looks like they're going to make a call to the bullpen. New pitcher will come in. Nick Robinson done for the day. As Sean Hines, or excuse me, all Nick Robinson this inning. Robinson giving up 6 this inning. So 6 runs in about 1.5 innings pitched. So the Wolverines tie it up here in the 7th. And there's still more to come. Cleanup batter Jimmy Obertop due up next for the Wolverines. We'll be back in just a moment here on WCBN with more Michigan baseball. Michigan Baseball on WCBN. Still the top of the 7th. 1 out, no one on. Here. Of course, there's no one on because Matt Fry just knocked one right out of left center to drive in another 3 and tie up the game. It's catcher Jimmy Obertop at the plate, 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. It's up 2-0 in the count now. A new pitcher. For the Terrapins on the mound, number 28. Have to check the lineup for his number. My apologies there. 28, David Falco. So Falco on the mound. He's first 3 pitches, all balls. The Maryland faithful stressed out on their toes as the Wolverines have put 6 on the board already this inning with only 1 out. The 3-0 is low, gets past catcher Luke Schliger. Jimmy Obertop takes a free ride to first base.
Designated hitter Tito Flores.
Tito Flores, the designated hitter, 0 for 3 today. But with a powerful bat, has an opportunity to do some damage here with a runner on and only 1 out. So Flores will step up to the plate. Falco throwing 4 balls so far, yet to the Wolverines are yet to see a strike. Damn. Words slipping away from me there. First pitch, in for ball 1. So Falco will throw again. This time it's going to get away from Schliger once more. And Obertop takes second with ease. Schliger will walk out to have a discussion with David Falco. Joining him, unsurprisingly, is the Terrapins pitching coach, who's probably asking, where are the strikes? 6 balls in a row for David Falco on the rubber. No strikes yet. It's making the job easy for the Michigan batters. Tito Flores hasn't had to swing yet. All while, Jimmy Obertop has made it to second. So an exciting turn of events here. At Bob Turtle Smith Stadium in College Park, Maryland. The umpire signaled something to the press box. Hard to see what he was calling for there. The sun has fully set here. Sky is still a little blue. You can see some big, beautiful clouds in the sky, in fact, tonight. Playing under the lights. Summertime baseball, nothing quite like it. Big applause there for David Falco's first strike in 7 pitches. Bring our count to 2-1. No swing there from Tito Flores. Obertop on second. Falco will look back. He'll deal. It's a fastball, just missing the zone. Bring the count to 3-1. So Falco has his sign. He nods. He'll look back to second quickly, but throw. The 3-1. Tito gets a piece of this one. The left fielder's back at the wall. That one is going to bounce off the wall. And the Wolverines will hold up Obertop as he rounds third. Now, this is an interesting call as Flores makes his way to second. You have to ask, what held up Obertop at third. Now, Jake, did you see anything there as he ran?
Left fielder Joey Velasquez.
Yeah, he rounded third before the throw got to the shortstop. But the Wolverines hold him up. Still only one out. And David Falco not proving too reliable on the mound here for the Terrapins. One out, runners on second and third. Joey Velasquez, the left fielder, who's 1 for 3 today, will step up to the plate. The lefty in the box. Here's the first pitch. It's low for ball 1.
So far.
1-0. Runners on second and third. Falco deals. Swing and a miss. Velasquez chasing a ball in the dirt there. So 1-1-1 on the scoreboard. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here, still in the top of the 7th. Falco, the 1-1. Fastball is low for ball 2. Falco looks back. Here's the 2-1. Fastball down the middle. Called strike 2. The Terrapins, ranked number 17 in the nation right now in D1 baseball, NCAA rankings, are tied with the unranked Michigan Wolverines. Velasquez watches the third ball go by. The count is full under the lights here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. Runners on first and second and only 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Now David Falco just unable to hit his marks here. He has his sign. The full count pitch. He'll get Joey Velasquez, who goes down swinging on the fastball. 1 out closer to getting out of this 6-run inning.
Shortstop Riley Bertram.
This will bring up Riley Bertram, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2 today. Took a walk earlier. So 2 outs now. Runner still on first and second. First pitch fouled back high behind the grandstand. That one's out of play. David Falco returns to the rubber. He has his sign. Loads, deals. And the chopper high, scooped up by the first baseman, Maxwell Costas, to end the inning. And the 7th inning stretch is a little less happy for Maryland fans who thought they would enter the bottom of the 7th up 6. Instead, the game is tied at 7. The Wolverines doing some damage here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. Ted Burton, the second baseman, due up for the Wolverines in the top of the 8th. We've got the bottom of the 7th. And the Maryland leadoff hitter, Luke Slager, due up here. As the Wolverines take on the Maryland Terrapins. It's Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Luke Schliger.
Luke Schliger leading off the bottom of the 7th here for the Terrapins. We're in a tied game. Michigan 7, Maryland 7 here in College Park, Maryland. This is Michigan Baseball on WCBN. I'm Owen Crain. Any of you who have just joined us in this excitement, we're happy to have you with us today. Connor O'Halloran still on the mound for the Wolverines. His first pitch of the inning, called ball 1. The 1-0 is fouled back over the netting in grandstand. That ball's out of play. We are fully under the lights now here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss from Luke Schliger. O'Halloran has his sign. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off the wall of the Michigan dugout. One, two still. O'Halloran will deal. It's high. Even out the count at 2. The crowd here has stayed through 7. Here for the excitement. Of course, this tense game between two great programs. Schliger gets a piece of this one. Quick throw. Second baseman Ted Burton will retire Luke Schliger. The Wolverines have one down here in the bottom of the 7th. O'Halloran has his sign. He throws. Swing and a miss from Chris Aline. Wearing number 3, the center fielder. Batting second in the Terrapins lineup. He's 0 for 3 today, but batting .332 so far this season. And he'll watch strike 2 go by. So 0-2, he struck out twice. The 0-2 is fouled off to the left field side. That's going to bounce off the wall of the Terrapins dugout. Rather, actually scooped up quickly by a Terrapin coach. Here's the 0-2 again from O'Halloran. Quick chopper, back right to O'Halloran. He'll make the quick throw. And Jake Marty has no problem with the catch. 2 up, 2 down here.
Third baseman, Nick LaRusso.
Bottom of the 7th. Nick LaRusso, the third baseman, will step up to bat. It's 1 for 3 today. They'll swing and miss on the first pitch he sees from O'Halloran. Dropping down to one knee, looking to put some power into that swing. The Terrapins' bats have been quiet. They haven't gotten a run since the bottom of the 4th. Now, tied at 7, they've lost that 6-run pad that they had coming into the inning. 0-1 outside for ball 1. O'Halloran deals. Swing and a miss from Nick LaRusso. Brings the count to 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Outside and low. And wow, that ball wasn't too outside. Jimmy Obertop behind the plate has done a fine job all day. Preventing balls from getting past him. The 2-2 swung on, tipped back. That one will dribble a few feet to the left-hand side. Count stands. So 2 outs, no one on. 2-2, O'Halloran. Throw one inside to bring us to a full count here. Full count. Here's the pitch from O'Halloran. Fouled off down the left field side. Terrapin's third base coach will scoop that one up. Toss it back to the dugout. O'Halloran's 3-2 again. Fouled off. Back to the backstop. So full count still. No one on. Finally, we have a hit in fair territory. This one down the third base line. And Matt Fry makes the play in time. The Wolverines retire the side with the game tied at 7. You're listening to Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We'll join you for the top of the 8th in just 30 seconds. Stick with us here. Michigan Baseball on WCBN. We're tied at 7 entering the top of the 8th. Ted Burton will lead us off here, the second baseman batting 8th in the lineup. Start the Wolverines off. David Falco back on the mound for the Terrapins, looking to hold Michigan to give the Bats an opportunity to seal this game for the homeboys. First pitch, ball 1. Falco deals, and Burton fouls that one off just above the press box. If it was any lower, Jake would have been on it. So 1-1. Falco has his sign. He winds up. Pitch is low and outside for ball 2. Two 2-1. Falco back on the rubber. It's a fastball. That one, can't tell. You think that one was lower? Inside, I guess. Tough from this vantage point. Pitch must have been inside because it was at the right height. Brings the count to 3-1. Falco deals. Fastball down the middle. He hits his mark this time. Bring us to a full count. So 3-2. Full count, no one on, no outs. Ted Burton back in the box. Falco has his sign. Here's the pitch. He got him looking. Ted Burton goes down on a full count and watches that ball go by. So one out, no one on. And David Falco looking like he might have found his stride. Of course, still 3 balls. That at bat. Jake Marty, 1 for 2. Of course, he did knock one out of here in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch he sees, same one as last time. Fastball down the middle, no swing. Called strike 1. Falco able to focus entirely on home plate with no one on. Here's the 0-1. Outside. Brings the count to 1-1. Crowd really hasn't thinned out just yet. They're in it for the long haul. These final 2 innings as we're tied at 7. It's a beautiful night here in College Park, Maryland, just outside of D.C. The 1-1. Fastball down the middle and a swing and a miss from Jake Marty. So Marty in a precarious position here, looking to protect, down in the count. Falco has his sign. The 1-2's fouled back into the netting. Marty will swing to see another day. Marty steps back into the box. The lefty batter lets the 1-2 fall to the dirt. Now the patience here is key. If he can wait, rack up those balls, put some pressure here on David Falco. Falco taking his time. Here's the pitch. Marty's got a piece of it. Diving for it is the shortstop. Did he grab it in time and make the throw? He did! Shortstop, Matt Shaw, makes the play. A diving catch, and he'll make the throw to get Jake Marty out at first just in the nick of time. What a squeeze, what a play. This will bring up the top of the lineup. Clark Elliott, the right fielder, will step up to bat for the Wolverines. Elliott's 1 for 3 today. He's batting .351 this season. Falco with the 2-out pad here. Only focusing on home plate with no one on. First pitch to Elliott, a fastball in for strike 1. No swing from Elliott. We'll take a moment, step back into the box. Falco takes his time in between pitches. He deals this one in the dirt. And Schliger doesn't even try for it. He just lets that one go by. Now Maryland's field is a turf field with the exception of the mound. So when these balls get by, they really aren't too damaged, will return into play quite quickly. 1-1 the count. Falco has his sign. The pitch is outside. Bring us to 2-1. Elliott, notorious for having an ability to really have patience required at the plate. it was his patience that loaded the bases and allowed for Stewart to hit one of his grand slams against Ohio State a few weeks back. Now he'll watch strike 2 go by. That evens us out at 2. 2-2-2 on the scoreboard. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls. Stewart back in the box. Falco has his sign. Here's the pitch. Stewart's going to pop this one up. This one will leave the playing field on the left field side. That one a moonshot. 2-2 still. I love when fans continue the chant even after they turn it down for the return to play. If you can hear, of course, the clapping. Here's the 2-2. It's in the dirt. And Clark Elliott, with that patience of his, has fought his way back from what I want to say was a 1-2 deficit here to a full count, making Falco work for every strike, as he should. Falco has his sign. Here's the 3-2. Big swing from Elliott. He'll foul that one back, and that foul ball making the distance. Might have been off of the Student Union. Thank you very much for that suggestion there. Count still full at 3-2. Falco really takes time in between his pitches. He'll deal. It's inside for ball 4. And Elliott, who really just has that patience at the plate, will take a walk to first base. That's one of the reasons he has a .351 batting average this season. Great ability to see that ball.
Joe Stewart.
Have to check up on his OBS if we see him once more. This will bring up Joe Stewart, the graduate student, of course, who transferred here from Michigan State, and he's had himself a season. So with 2 outs, Elliott on first, Stewart steps up to the plate. The righty is loaded. Falco waiting for his sign. He takes his time as usual. Here's the first pitch. Fastball. Called strike 1. Elliott taking a small lead at first, but remaining on first base until he determines that Falco's focus is back on home. It's a small lead, but Falco will throw to first. Elliott makes it back in plenty of time. Of course, Elliott was antagonizing the pitcher earlier on in the game. I don't believe it was Falco. I believe it might have been Savakul, in fact, all the way back to the first pitcher we've seen. David Falco, the 4th one the Terrapins have brought in so far today. And the 0-1 is fouled off into the backstop by Joe Stewart. Check swing there. So Stewart looking to drive in somehow Elliott from first to give the Wolverines their first lead here of the game. Falco taking his time on the mound. Here's the 0-2. It's high. Elliott goes. He'll make it in time. Great throw from Luke Schliger. However, doesn't make it quite in time. It's a tad high. And second baseman, Kevin Keister, just can't lay the tag in time. So Elliott takes second, putting himself in scoring position if Stewart is able to put one in play. Down 1-2 in the count. Stewart steps back into the box, the righty in ready position. Falco looks to second. There's no one there. He'll throw. Stewart with a big swing. He's under the ball. Tips this one back into the netting behind home plate. So Stewart, the batter you want in this situation for the Wolverines. With Elliott giving himself a nice lead on second base. The 1-2's low and outside to even out the count at 2. So 2-2 the count. Runner on second, 2 outs. Excitement here on this beautiful night in College Park, Maryland. Falco deals, and Stewart goes down swinging. He tipped the ball, but Schlinger caught it in his glove. And that'll retire the Wolverines as they leave Clark Elliott stranded on second. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 7. You're listening to Michigan Wolverines baseball on WCBN. Michigan baseball on WCBN. Bottom of the 8th inning. It's Matt Shaw, the shortstop, up to bat for the Terrapins. Fouled off the first pitch he saw down the left field line. The Wolverines are sticking with Connor O'Halloran. And you know, that reverse pitching strategy they went with may have paid off here. O'Halloran, a solid second half of his showing so far. Of course, he did give up 5 there in the bottom of the 4th, so regained his posture and composure. No runs allowed since. And Michigan now leading Maryland in hits with 8 to the Terrapins 7. Chase Allen in the bullpen now warming up for the Wolverines. So we have a hit here. Easy out made by second baseman Ted Burton. Quick out, make the throw to Jake Marty. 1 out down here in the top of the 8th. That grounder from Matt Shaw. Of course, funny that grounder is from the same batter who knocked one out of here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Troy Scheffler. Inside for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Outside this time. Now Scheffler's batting .340 on the season. He is 0 for 2 today. As O'Halloran throws another ball. That's 3 in a row now. Here's the 3-0. Scheffler shows bunt, pulls it back quickly. The ball is high, and he'll take a free ride to first base. So O'Halloran walks Troy Scheffler in 4 pitches. Bringing up Maxwell Costas, the first baseman, who's 1 for 2 today. Batting .277 this season. It is final season here at Maryland. As Jake pointed out, we've got a few students actually studying for exams in the stands here. I can't imagine a better place at this university to study. Why choose a library when you can choose a ballpark? Well, for those of you at Michigan, I'll tell you, I would study any day at Ray Fisher over the ugly. And only the law library comes close. I think I'd choose Michigan Stadium first, although the baseball field might be a little, frankly, less loud. Nothing against the Michigan faithful at Ray Fisher. It's just 3,000 really doesn't have anything on 110. So off my little ramble there, back to the game here. Maxwell Costas up 2-0 in the count. And Troy Scheffler being as big of a distraction as he can on first, taking a nice lead. Connor O'Halloran throwing there once. The 2-0 is high, bringing the count to 3-0. So O'Halloran struggling to control his pitches at the moment. Looking here to not walk a second Terrapin with only 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 3-0. It's low and outside for ball 4. O'Halloran has walked his second in just 8 pitches, so that's 4 and 4. So the Wolverines will have a mound meeting. O'Halloran's been in for a while. Of course, as Jake just pointed out, I can't take credit for this. This is their reverse strategy. They started with their closer and now are stuck with their opener in late in the game, and they don't really have options here. Now Chase Allen in the bullpen warming up. But limited appearances so far this year. And I've referenced Jake's notes to me all game. It's my unofficial color guy today. Writing for the Daily, probably shouldn't do both, but I'd highly encourage you to check out his article after the game.
Fielder Bobby Zmarzlak.
Left fielder Bobby Zmarzlak will step up to bat with 2 runners on and only 1 out. The Wolverines sticking with Connor O'Halloran, and he'll throw to second, where Troy Scheffler has himself a lead. That throw was high, though, and Ted Burton had to jump for it. Ball back in O'Halloran's hands now. Zmarzlak steps back into the box. The righty loads up. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one.
Two RBI single in the fourth. That is sandwiched between two strikeouts in the second and sixth.
So 0-1 in the count. Connor O'Halloran hopefully refocused after that mound meeting. Another swing and a miss from Zmarzlak, down 0-2 in the count. So after throwing 8 balls in a row, O'Halloran returns with 2 strikes. O'Halloran looks to second. Actually, I'd call that a stare. He'll deal. It's in the dirt. And in an attempt to steal second, Scheffler will make it in time. The ball was in the dirt. Obertop had to grab it. The throw not in time, and the Terrapins set them up in perfect scoring position with runners on first and third. A hit here scores a run. So extra pressure on Connor O'Halloran now, with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Obertop will step forward, call some signs here. We'll have to see how they deal with the first and third situation, whether or not Costas chooses to go. So 1 out, first and third. Zmarzlak back in the box. O'Halloran throws. It's in the dirt again. Scheffler's coming home. He'll be there in time. Maryland retakes the lead in the bottom of the 8th, up 8-7 over the Wolverines. Off a stolen base from Zmarzlak as the ball got away from Obertop and drifted a few feet to the left. O'Halloran ran in, but the throw wasn't in time. So now, with 1 out, we have a runner on first. A little surprising that Costas didn't take second in that quick steal from third. Probably a little distracted with the action going on. I would be as well. 2-2. Fouled back. Zmarzlak lives to swing another day. O'Halloran looks to first. He'll throw there. Costas makes it back in plenty of time. O'Halloran will throw once more to first. Again, Costas back, plenty of time. No tag attempted by Jake Marty. O'Halloran deals. It's low and in the dirt, bringing us to a full count, 3-2. So once more, Connor O'Halloran feeling the pressure. Michigan down 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss will retire Bobby Zmarzlak. So 1 more out needed to get the Wolverines out of this jam. Ian Patratz, the designated hitter, will step up. 2 hits so far today. In 3 appearances. Watches the first one go by, called strike 1. Costas still at first. O'Halloran seeming to have slowed things down, less throws to first base, less distracted. He's focused entirely on home with 2 outs now. And Ian Patratz back in the box. He'll swing at the 0-1 and miss it. Bring us to 0-2. So 0-2, 1 out ends the inning with the Wolverines down 1. Here's the pitch from O'Halloran. It's in the dirt and off to the side. Bring the count to 1-2. 1-2. Costas on first. O'Halloran deals. It's fouled back. That one is going to leave the ballpark. Back towards the Student Union. Maryland faithful showing out tonight, and they are still here. Just a one-run game. This could go either way, with Matt Fry due up for the Wolverines. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back again. A roller to the backstop. Ian Patratz staying alive in fouling fashion. One, two, still the count. Costas with a lead on first. Here's the throw from O'Halloran. This one popped up foul down the left side. It's out of play. Chasing after it was Matt Fry. Count still 1-2. Ian Patratz fouling off balls left and right, waiting for his. Of course, now O'Halloran, I believe this is 4 pitches in a row that have been strikes. So 1-2, still the count. Patratz will foul off another, this time a roller, or rather a few bounces there to the Michigan dugout. You have to think, if O'Halloran retires Patratz, if only that ball didn't get by, we might still be tied at 7. Here's the 1-2 again. This time Patratz gets a piece of it, but second baseman Ted Burton is on top of it. He makes the easy out. O'Halloran retires the Terrapins, but not before they get one on the board and retake the lead here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. We'll be right back for the 9th inning here on WCBN. Keep it right here. Final inning of action here. It's the 9th inning. Michigan down 1 to Maryland here in College Park under the lights. Matt Fry, the third batter in the lineup, leading off for Michigan here. The top of the 9th inning, looking to get things started. First pitch outside for ball one. Second pitch outside, called ball two. New pitcher in for the Terrapins this inning, Nigel Belgrave, number 44. Matt Fry at the plate. First two pitches from Belgrave. 2 balls. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Bring us to 2-1. So 2-1, Belgrave loads. It's outside to bring us to 3-1. So 3-1 the count for Matt Fry at the plate. The third baseman is 3 for 4 today, looking to extend that to 4 for 5. Rather, he'll stick with 3-4 as the 3-1 is high and outside. Fry takes a free walk to first base. The Wolverines have their tying run on base as Jimmy Obertop, the catcher and cleanup hitter, steps up to the plate. We're going to have a
pitch running at first base to the third baseman, Fry, number 18, Jordan Rogers.
Jordan Rogers, sometimes in left field for the Wolverines, normally 9th in the lineup when batting, will step in as a pinch runner for Matt Fry. Wearing number 18, he's known for his speed. I worked for his summer league baseball team, the Newport Gulls of the NECBL, New England Collegiate League. He really put on a show there with his speed. Already taken a quick lead, a confident lead too. And the throw to first in which Maxwell Casas laid the tag was a close one. He's called safe on the return. Obertop at the plate, hasn't seen a pitch just yet. Rogers with himself a large lead. He fakes that he's going. Looks like it might have distracted catcher Luke Schliger as that ball gets away from him. And Rogers takes second. Now Rogers faked that he was going. Initially in the pitch, he stopped quick. Once that ball got by, he was off to second base in no time. So that's 1 ball. No strikes here for Jimmy Obertop at the plate. The cleanup hitter is 0 for 1 today. He's walked in the 4th, 6th, and 7th innings here. Now in the 9th, looks to drive in Rogers. The 1-0 is high. Brings the count to 2-0. And the Michigan faithful, you can hear them in the background. They are fired up. So 2-0 the count. Obertop steps back into the box. The righty. Practice loads up. Belgrave looks back. He'll deal. Fastball down the middle is fouled back into the netting, bringing our count to 2-1. So with a 2-1 count, Belgrave looks back, but he throws. Fastball called, strike 2, to even our count out at 2. And Obertop now has to protect. Of course, a single should drive in Rogers. Belgrave looks to second. There's no one there. Off speed will get Jimmy Obertop, who goes down swinging. here in the top of the 9th. So that'll bring us to 1 out with 1 on. Tito Flores, the designated hitter, will step up to bat. The righty is 1 for 4 today. He's only hit a double coming in the 7th. Of course, that 7th inning, a 6-run inning for the Wolverines. 1 out. Rogers on second. Flores steps into the box now. Nigel Belgrave on the mound. He looks quickly to second. Rogers has a lead, but no one is there. He'll throw. Big swing from Flores. That one sails right by him for strike 1. You can feel the energy in this stadium right now. 0-1 the count. Flores takes a moment to recollect himself, steps back into the box. The righty is ready. Belgrave looks to second once more. He'll return his focus to home and throw. Another swing and a miss. Bring the count to 0-2. If Flores goes down, it's Velazquez, tasked with tying this game up. Fans are excited here at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium as Maryland looks for its 2nd out here in the top of the 9th. Pitch from Belgrave is outside. First ball we've seen from him in a while. Brings the count to 1-2. Flores steps out of the box to recollect himself once more. So with a 1-2 count, Belgrave looks back at Rogers. He deals. Flores got a piece of this one. It's back to the track. It's going to be caught. Rogers is unable to tag. Left fielder Bobby Smalzlak is under it, making the 2nd out for the Wolverines. Flores got some power into that ball, just not quite enough. And Bobby Smalzlak back at the track makes the catch to bring us to 2 outs. So Rogers on second, 2 outs. Joey Velazquez tasked with tying this game up for the Wolverines here in the top of the 9th. The lefty steps into the box. Belgrave focused entirely on home. He looks back quickly. He'll throw. First pitch down the middle for strike 1. No swing there. Luke Schliger will run out to the mound. They're going to have a quick conversation. Perhaps some concern about Rogers seeing the signs here. Schliger runs out. Quick conversation. He'll return. From this vantage point, it's always funny to see someone jogging in catcher's gear. Down 0-1 in the count. Velazquez will step back into the box. He's 1 for 4 today. Here's the pitch. Check swing from Velazquez. He went. Called strike 2. Maryland fans are on their feet here. And the Terrapins are 1 strike away from winning this game, avenging their loss to Michigan early on in the season on March 4th. The LeClaire Classic. 0-2 the count. Velazquez back in the box. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Called ball 1. Brings us to 1-2. Velazquez back in the box. The crowd starts clapping again. Rogers with a big lead at second. Belgrave deals. Called strike 3. He gets Velazquez, who goes down looking, and the Turtles take this one. Terrapins take this one 8-7 over the Michigan Wolverines. What a game we have just watched here. This was a fun one to call. Adam Bressler will join me on the call tomorrow and Sunday in what should be a very exciting rest of the series. So now Michigan's 1-1. That win, of course, in March. The Terrapins winning one today here in College Park. We'll be back for the 2 o'clock game right here on WCBN. For now, this is Owen Crain signing off, saying good night and go blue.